Welcome back. This is Marcus Brown with ChessFrog OmniVersity. I'm sitting here with the horrible shirt, all your horrible people on it, Jason and so forth. This week, we are doing a show in support of Asbury Church, and I have a member of the board of Asbury Church here, Mr.
Terry Kinsey, and technically it's Asbury Community Development Corporation, nonprofit that was actually spawned from some members of the church, but separate from the church. Just for clarification.
Just for clarification. Asbury Church, what impresses me about it, and I call it Asbury, I don't know about all that other stuff. But when I first arrived in Flint, Asbury Church was one of those places that was actually out on the streets doing things. They weren't just inside their churches huddling and collecting tithes. They're actually out there in the community helping and supporting people and making sure people get through rough times or good times sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into Asbury Church, tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Kinsey.
Okay. I was born and raised here in Flint. I went to Whittier and Central my first year, and then I went to Mott Middle College after that. Great high school, by the way. Mott Middle College, met a lot of interesting and creative people there and good teachers. I dropped out, uh,
It happens.
but
You made it there, though.
yeah. I went there for like 3 years. Um, Spent some time at my college. So Flint, Flint will always be home to me. I've lived on practically every side of town, at least all the worst sides.
When you were younger, what was the best hangout? What was the best place to hang out or to be when you were coming up?
Hmm, I guess it depends on, the time frame, but
Were you a mall baby or an arcade baby?
yeah, I
Where
used
were
to
you?
I used to get with my friends and we would ride our bikes to the mall, to the valley sometimes before they had the bike trails. Um,
Oh, so y'all was just taking your life in your own
yeah,
hands.
we was pretty fast and loose back then. But we watched each other's back out there, and you know, when I started like really going out, in the downtown scene, Metropolis was a good place. A lot of people don't know what that is.
What is Metropolis?
It was actually a club right there on the strip. You can see the remnants of it still, and faded, like a nice painting, but it's faded out now of like
What street was it on?
a building. But it's right there on Saginaw.
Okay.
It's right down the street from here, actually. Um, Down toward the loft and all that.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Your goals for Flint. We know that Flint has been through a lot. And before we even started this show today, we were talking about the auto industry and this, that, and other thing. What is your goal or dream for the future of Flint?
Um, when I was coming up, it was really the auto industry was kind of dying off here. A lot of the GM jobs was moving away already. Um, but the thing I came to learn as I got older was, um, ever since I could hold a pencil, I was into art, and drawing and in the arts. It's always something I was into, and I discovered that the artist community and the art community here was always strong even through the worst times.
Really?
So yeah, a lot of the artists and stuff in this town are people that I, you know, forged lifelong relationships and friendships with. Um, if I could say what I would like to see for Flint, actually, I think it's already starting to happen. Where you have a lot of people in the community coming together, supporting each other, creating new businesses, creating local businesses, and a local economy. I would definitely love to see that, and more of that. Like I said, that's already starting to unfold before our eyes, so that's a beautiful thing. Um, my goal was always to try to be a part and leaving Flint better than I found it. Um, and whatever form of success that I might attain could be directed some way back to the community here.
Hmm. Okay. Well, this is ChessFrog OmniVersity. We're interviewing Mr. Terry Kinsey here. We're going to be talking about Asbury Church with all its other names that go with that
Hmm.
in a moment. Right now, 248 820 5053, or you can hit us up on Facebook. Again, that phone number is 248 820 5053. If you want to ask questions, make a comment, please hit us up. You can get us out of the Mud Incorporated, a media company, a C Corp media company. You can find us on Facebook. Go ahead and hit us up. Tell us what you're thinking. Tell us how you're feeling. Make a comment. Let us know. We forgot to do the poem, so I'm going to do the poem now. We've been
Let's
starting the
do it.
show for the last few weeks with a poem. We're going to see if we can encourage my friend here to jump in at some point in time. But right now, Big Brother. Big Brother's in your pocket. He's got you by the hand. He's in your ear. He follows you into the can. He's always near, but how? Can you hear me now? Can you read between the lines? Do you have enough bars? Who's digging into the meta data mine? A clone of eBay sold iPhones, oh moan, and you wrong. Sometimes ask why stars take vows and stripes. Can you read between the lines while driving cars? Who's rigging the cybercrime? Drive the information superhighway. Follow the red lights. Turn off your brights and insight. All that is left is white noise, driving opposite into the night. Under starry blue skies by ways of red and white stripes. Big Brother is in your pocket, and the red glare of rockets make us not care. We don't need to read between lines as long as we get a signal. Not a single individual stares or is aware of the lemons, lambs, and lies they no longer need to hide. We were the ostrich, head in cathode ray holes. Now we are flat screen haze modes. We see crime videos but don't care. We see crime videos but don't care. We are the pimpled holes. What the hell? Censor drop those L's. Together but sad. Separate by the iPhone. At the pad, babysat by the iPad. Together but alone. Take away our screen. We are naked and mad, intimidated by intimacy. We long for the ringtone. Can you read between the lines? Or is this lyric too sublime? As I sit alone and rhyme on an apple, I wax and waste time. Also, from you and us, so awful. Just like Big Brother wants our mind. Dyslexic mother and myopic father, not able to see our else or anyone self. Lemmings, lambs, and lies. A drug, electric, I take, opine, you too. A vow, and don't ask why. Read between the pixelated lines. A vow of cerebral celibacy, an incessant incest to a brother in your pocket, sister in the socket. Big brothers in your pocket.
So we got Kimberly Sims, Mia Mick Moose,
Kimberly and Mia.
and it say hi guys, and then can I sell chicken at the event on Friday, and then Asbury CDC.
Can you sell chicken at the event on Friday? Asbury CDC.
Well,
You need to call this man at a different time and handle that private conversation, right? Do they have his number? Or actually, we'll get you the number. I'm sorry.
I mean, personally, yeah. If you've mastered the craft of fried chicken, I mean, I personally would not mind trying a piece. But
Not everybody can fry chicken, though.
yeah, well,
We were
yeah,
talking about chicken and watermelon earlier, and people
right.
got uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, one of the worst things to me is bland fried chicken. It's like,
Don't
it's so
fry it unless you know
disappointing.
what you're doing. Don't get your feelings hurt, because I'll tell you about your chicken.
It can't be soggy either.
Yeah, some people put it inside the moisture thing,
Yeah,
try to
yeah.
nah. You got to make sure. No, I can't give away family secrets, can I? That'd be wrong. If you know how to fry chicken, you know how to fry chicken. If you don't,
Oh, there's a bunch of YouTube videos out there.
yeah, but sometimes YouTube videos be lying to you.
Yeah,
Sometimes
you might
they
have to try
intentionally.
a few on for size.
If you know what you're doing, yes, you can bring fried chicken. Nobody will stop good fried chicken. But if you don't know what you're doing, if you experimenting, if you got 9 cats or health issues, or your house is dirty, no, we don't want your chicken.
So
That was Mia and
so Mia Moose.
Mia Moose.
So
Thank you for chiming in.
and then chickens.
Oh, Yaz has some chickens that she wants to get rid of. She's trying to get me
I
to
don't
get
know
some
what
chickens.
this other word is.
What?
It's Bantams.
Bantam? Wait a minute.
Yes, sir.
BANT.
And then LOL, and then yes, can't fry chicken. Remember?
Yes, they her pets right now. Let her get hungry enough. She'll learn how to fry some chicken.
Yeah,
Hunger
that
sometimes
might be a
drives
little
it.
traumatic
Oh, that's Lenny.
if
That's
they're
Lenny.
live chickens. We can't.
I know that thigh anywhere. No, I'm eating some chicken,
Small
or as we
breed
call it,
chicken.
yard
They're
bird.
a small breed chicken.
Well, I heard that chickens actually live a real long time, like 20 some odd years or something, or 30 years.
Not around me.
Not in
Well,
America.
if they live a natural lifespan.
Not in North America.
We got off track here for a second. Let's talk about the events that Asbury has coming up. And this
Oh.
is what she's referencing about as far as Friday.
Yeah. Well, first I'll just talk a little bit about Asbury CDC. As it was stated earlier, it did emerge out of Asbury United Methodist Church. It was started by Pastor Tommy McDaniel.
That's Tommy in the house.
I originally met him years ago when I was a part of a little group called Peace Mob. We were planting a bunch of apple trees, and he was walking the neighborhood. It was around the time when he first started being a reverend there. And he walked up to us, checking out the neighborhood, interested in what we were doing, and we talked about what we were about and stuff like that, and food forestry and stuff. And he took interest in it, and later on, eventually, he planted his own fruit tree orchard nearby, and came around full circle years later, and we were talking about starting a urban farm. And he was on board with that, and he had already started Asbury CDC, the nonprofit, and was doing good things in the community to help people out. So
you guys are affiliated with the Soup Kitchen, right?
Yeah, we are actually over the South Flint Soup Kitchen on Fenton Road. And currently we give sack lunches out. We hand those out Monday through Friday, 11 to 12. And we have
Where?
That's on Fenton Road by Fenton and Atherton, and that is actually formerly Lincoln Park United Methodist Church. And there's a Angel Closet we do twice a week where we give out clothing, personal items, diapers.
You guys also have a food pantry too, don't you?
Yep, we have a food pantry there and at Asbury Church as well. And we do food distributions weekly at in partnership with the Eastern Michigan Food Bank every Tuesday at Asbury Church, and that's usually starts around 9 a.m. until
So
we run
Asbury
out.
got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, definitely.
Earlier today, the word of the day was supposed to be the word heathen, and guess who they were applying it to? Now, I do not. I believe in God. And I love God, but I don't believe in organized religion or organized churches. But Asbury is one of those churches that is out there in the community, actually making contact with the community, whether you're a member or not.
Right. Well, yeah, you hear a lot of people talk about, how the church is just out to get your money, and these pimp preachers driving Cadillacs and stuff
With nice
like that.
shoes.
Right. Yeah, and what a lot of people don't talk about is that when you're down on your knuckles, when you're about to get evicted, when you don't got food or clothes on your back, where's the first place you run to? Churches.
Mama.
Yeah. And when mama can't do it, usually she'll take you to the church, and the
Yeah.
church will hook you up. So I think, that should be in people's vocabulary more often, because there's a lot of good churches out here, a lot of good reverends out here who care about people and want to see the best for them, and are willing to go the extra mile to help them overcome difficult situations. And that's one thing I appreciated about Pastor Tommy. He was a genuine article in that regard as well. Actually caring about people, caring about the community, wanting to create a stronger community around the church and around Flint. And that's what made me want to support him as well, support what he was doing.
Heathen that I am, I've joined the ranks of Asbury to a degree as a board member to help come up with ideals and support ideals, or to push things forward. And I've even brought other people along. And I'm not a blessed be thou holy man. I just believe in moving the world forward. And I can definitely say Asbury is one of those places and one of those entities that are moving the world forward. There are some churches here in Flint doing the right thing by people, and we're not going to comment on those others. We're going to keep it positive today.
So I had to jump in because you made reference to yourself as being a heathen.
We all got heathen.
No, you made reference to yourself. You
Nobody denied it.
You pointed to yourself as that. So no one made reference
said the word
to you.
Of the day was
you referenced yourself. And then I said the word of today is going to be that word, because the person that we were speaking to, they were trying to figure, okay, where are we going with this thing? So they repeated it a couple times, trying to just kind of grab a hold to what you said, but you made the statement.
Heathen or not, we all got light under God's grace. And I believe that Asbury Church is one of those places that when the Lord looks down, he smiles upon. Because I've seen their fruits grow.
So let's change the direction, because you
preach now.
Yeah, we don't want him to preach himself.
I want to highlight Asbury and give them their props. Right now, they're working on a major project where they're converting. What are they converting?
We're trying to convert skeptics into believers.
I'm talking about the buildings, man. Forget the rest of them heathens.
Yeah, we all got to battle our corrupt nature.
Today's word of the day is
focus.
So, yeah, aside from some of those things we're doing, we also have our urban farm. So we're transforming some blighted land to try to make it into productive land for.
But you guys are about to create a. I can't remember what we're calling it. It's like a place where people can come to perform, to share food.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Well, we've been doing that out of Asbury. It's like Asbury is like a community center. Monday through
Hold on, Terry.
Friday.
The man's coming to get you.
Church on Sunday. But we did recently acquire a building connected with Luigi's Pizza, which has very good pizza, by the way. If you've never been there,
really?
Definitely try it out.
Milano's is going now. That broke my heart.
Yeah, well, check out Luigi's.
I'm gonna check out Luigi's.
And a great lunch. They have an all-you-can-eat soup and salad buffet for lunch up to
Oh,
3
you should have
p.m.
told me that. I'm gonna bring me Animal Brothers.
And they had a taco bar on Tuesdays for Taco Tuesday. So,
All right, when's the all
big
you
shout
can
out
eat?
to Luigi's for us heftier fellas out here. But
Pleasantly plump.
we so we got the building attached to there with the intentions of creating a community kitchen and a place where we'll have our mobile food trailer for a cafe style setting.
Hold on. Repeat that.
Farm to table.
A mobile what?
Mobile food trailer.
What's going to happen with this mobile food trailer? Tell me more about this.
So we're gonna have that parked there and delve into farm to table cuisine. So
making the people healthier, huh?
Yeah, we're trying to, and at least making that an option, which in a lot of especially impoverished areas, they don't have a lot of healthy options, that's really healthy, that's organic without a bunch of chemical or processing or GMOs and things of that nature. So that is something we're going to present at an affordable price, and create meal options that people can enjoy and afford. We'll be accepting EBT as we currently do for our produce and double up food bucks like the farmers market.
Okay,
and
cool.
have somewhat like a mini farmers market as well there for that's accessible to that side of town.
Let me do this real quick. 248-820-5053 if you have any questions or comments or want to chime in about what we're talking about. We're talking about Asbury Church right now. Out of the Mud Incorporated, a C Corp media company. You can hit us up on Facebook also if you want to ask Terry any questions, or let's get into where's Asbury Church located and how can we support Asbury Church?
Well, we are located 1653 Davison Road on the east side.
About half a mile from Dordt, right?
Yeah, it's right on the corner of Davison and Minnesota. About 2 blocks down from Davison and Franklin would be the major intersection there. You can support us in a few different ways. We always graciously accept donations. And we also
monetary, food, clothing, clean clothing.
Yeah.
Not dated food. Because sometimes people just want to clear out their shed and got these beans from 1922.
Right. Yeah, we can't use those. But also, if you're interested in learning how to urban farm, we're going to start a farmer incubator program next year. We currently have close to 17 acres of urban farm space
inside the city of Flint.
Yep, it's right a few blocks down from the church itself.
If you've ever seen those hoop houses made out of plastic and gate material, that's what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, currently a few of them are in need of new plastic, so we'll be doing that before winter. But yeah, if you're interested in volunteering in any capacity, or just adding positive energy to the movement, you're definitely welcome to come through and check us out and talk to us. So yeah,
Terry's kind of a Renaissance man. Not only does he participate with the church and support the church, he also builds those greenhouses that are popping up all over the place. It's one of those rare occasions where the U.S. government is actually giving away money, where you can get the greenhouse built for $7,000, and they might give you up to $15,000 for having built it. So it's one of those situations where you can actually get paid. The thing is, you have to have the front money. They have to have that $7,000 in order to make the 15. But if you got $7,000 laying around, if you're part of a church organization or anything else like that, this is one of the men you want to see in town about getting your stuff built. because he's also a contractor and he's also, believe it or not, a poet. We're going to see if we can get him to perform before the end of this show. He doesn't look like he's moving his face. He's got that stone Indian face, like no, no poetry for me.
I mean, it's fine if there's space for it. I wouldn't mind sharing, I guess. Yeah, I mean, the arts has always been a part of my life too. It's been a big part growing up, as I mentioned earlier. So I grew up dirt poor, so I migrated to the cheapest art form, which is simply a pen and a pad and thoughts you can write down. I didn't have to spend a bunch of money on paints and easels, even though I thought I might be
you painted with words.
Thought I might be the next Picasso or something when I was a kid, but I dabble into a lot of the arts, and I appreciate most of the arts out there too, and a supporter / patron somewhat.
That's 248-820-5053. If you have any questions or comments, hit us up on Facebook, Out of the Mud Incorporated C Corp, a media company. If you have any questions or comments, there's a lot of good things going on at Asbury. I'm going to ask Mr. Terry here to do us a favor since he's not going to do his original poetry. There's a beautiful young lady that I met today, Tara Lisa McBride. I got to find out if she's married or not. Oh, I said that. Oh, my wife might be listening. Mr. Terry, would you mind reading this poem for us as I contradict my producer?
Well,
or would you rather do your own?
I could do both. I could do.
He the man. He can do both.
Well, I don't want to do her poem any disservice. It's like when you write, you have a voice in your head.
When you choose not to come on the show and read your poetry, then you have to accept Ed McMahon reading it.
Okay. I'll take a read. I just before I do, I'll just say a little bit about our upcoming event that we have going on at Asbury on the 20th. It's a healthy
That's a Friday.
Yeah, healthy food fair.
That's this Friday.
Yeah, the 20th. Yep. It's from 4 to 7. We'll have some food vendors out there. We'll have
with chicken.
Well, chicken might be the newest addition. But we got a Mexican food vendor truck coming out.
Half Mexican, half Puerto Rican, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. By a friend of mine, Gianni. He cranks out some good food. He has a little Caribbean vibe mixed in there with the plantains.
Did he work at the auto store?
I don't know. When I always saw him, it was like at the club. You would have like him and a bunch of females with him, and they'd start turning out the dance floor with choreographed dancing. And I'm like, look at this guy, Rico Suave with all the women. You know what I'm saying?
And he does food also. Huh?
Yeah, now he's doing food. So actually, he's a good singer too. I've seen him do some karaoke.
We got to get him on the show, man.
Yeah, no, he's an interesting dude, man. So yeah, I would suggest you do.
Back to the lesson at hand. Asbury Friday, 4 to 7.
Yep,
you're gonna have 7. Food trucks.
Yeah, we'll have some of our sister organizations there too in support, offering information and services to people that come through. So we'll have GHS there. We'll have AARP, Crime Stoppers, MOT, Strive. And the Greater Flint Health.
This is going to be a pretty big event. Where is this going to be at again?
This will be at Asbury Methodist Church,
located on Davison. It's going to be in the
parking
Road,
lot. 1653. Yep. We'll have music. We'll have food and entertainment, and we'll have a lot of information.
Even heathens are allowed to come.
Yeah, we're all heathens in some kind of way. We all got some heathen in us, so no judgment.
Little judgment, just a little.
Yeah.
Don't be coming there showing out. Y'all know what I mean.
Yeah, Jazzy Human Services. We got MSU, Mosaic Plus, Burton Glen. We'll have some healthy juice bar. So yeah. I mean, it'll be fun. So come check us out. 4 to 7.
4 to 7 p.m.
Okay.
I want to thank everybody. We're going to close out with Terry reading and Terry performing one of his own originals. But we're going to go here with Tara Lisa McBride's, what's the name of the poem again?
Tara Lisa McBride,
Page 9.
The Days of Our Lives.
Put some bass in it.
I'm gonna go falsetto on this.
Let's channel James Earl Jones.
I wish I could. May he rest in peace. Today may be full of tears and sorrow, but tomorrow will be a mystery to follow. Last week was unexpected. Last month you didn't know if you'd make it. Every hour you have to think. Every second your eyes blink. When the days of our lives start the countdown of our days, your mind starts to wander, especially if you haven't prayed. When will it all end? Have I covered all my sins? What am I leaving behind? Did I even try to open my eyes? Has everyone I've loved or debated gave me back the same love and not hesitated? The days of our lives, God has created it to be. God also knows when the end is to be. Even if we don't see or believe it to be, the Almighty has all power, so be careful of the day and the hour. You'll never know what lies ahead. You can exist no more and have never left your bed. This afternoon may bring you joy. This evening may make you laugh, but the journey you follow could easily be your last. The days of our lives comes with an expiration. Stay prayed up and have high expectations. Today may be full of sorrow and tears, but our Lord has an unchanging hand that can heal. With his love, you will feel safe. He has a home in a heavenly place. The days of our lives can sweep you off your feet. The winds of time can blow on a different beat. Live your life to the fullest and keep God in it. The days of our lives can close doors and darken your path, with you consumed in it.
There you go, Miss Kelly. His third grade teacher
Latitude.
said he would never be able to do that. Look at him now.
Yeah.
Now we got to hear
Lot of
original.
lot
Give
of
us an
truth in
original,
that.
man.
Okay.
You want
I
that
can-
beat?
I can do one. I'll do one. I'll do one similar to
Big Brother, or similar to
a
this
poem
inspiration?
style instead of like a hip hop style.
Is it the same one you did?
No, I'll do a different one.
He doing something fresh and fly.
I ain't mad.
Okay. This one,
He got big words.
actually,
4 syllables.
this one was inspired by a little documentary I watched called Bridge Over Troubled Waters.
Debbie Does Dallas. You watched that documentary too?
I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen
What's that one about?
I can't talk about that on the air right now.
That's what I thought.
You checked me.
All right. So, all right, this one I call Dirty Feet. A glimpse into a moment, a walk along a city path, a stroll along a distant memory, sharing in their poverty, bonded in their suffering, a wealth found in their company, finding richness in their loving, carrying only what they can carry, and the harm down in their psyches. A blissful breeze brushes by, a moment in respite. A whisper to my ease, felt by the dancing hairs on my earlobe. Jaunting to the green to shake the baking concrete. They fantasize of other lives that maybe they could have one. That is, somewhere they belong, somewhere they could have a bounty in a caring home. These moments delay the inevitable and blind the foreseeable, stalling the reality of when they must scrape and beg for crumbs. Is this fate escapable? They've seen many who have succumbed. trying to avoid cannibal tribes with predator eyes, a debtor's gaze, and the judgment of state. Alone and vulnerable, they have been prey.
Speak, bro.
And while together they may not be a pack, at least they receive the luxury of extra eyes to watch their back. A sigh escapes the lips like a kiss to the corpse of which one mourns, barefoot on the soft grass, a flower for tangled hair to adorn. A drink from a rushing stream, an oasis or a paradise, if only just the sliver, where life around is a holy shoe with tape to bind the soul, dirty and overused. When they leave, they bear their failures, just as the evening breaks. Their burdens hover overhead like circling carrion. Yet for now they feel alive. For just a moment they forgot the dead. A moment in which they felt they might have a chance before the cold night returns to steal that thought away. So many flowers likewise wilt away, their beauty unnoticed or forgotten. But this moment I will hold fast, this moment I will savor. Salt to choke down the burnt out evening, a single star in the blackened sky. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you showing up here again today to be here with ChessFrog OmniVersity, sponsored by Out of the Mud Incorporated, a media company, a C Corp. Our Renaissance man, Mr. Terry Kinsey.
Thanks for having me.
And the event again is on Friday, 4 to 7 at 1623 Davison.
1653 Davison Road.
Oh, my mind is slipping.
Healthy food and healthy vibes.
Come on out. Join us Friday. We're going to have a good, healthy, holy time.
Yes, sir.
Marcus Brown signing.